Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. I want to talk about why I sold my Grail watch. I met my hero. I had a lovely experience with an amazing, desirable watch, and I let go of it. I sold it. I flipped it. Why? I want to talk about it today. Let's do a little bit of a ramble on the channel. Thank you for tuning in. Bruce, are you crazy? Are you nuts? Do you have something wrong with you? Is there something messed up that you would let go of? An amazing watch that you spent a silly amount of money on, that you've done several videos talking about how lovely it is, how you have no plans to sell the watch, and you're telling me you flipped your Grail. What's the matter with you? Well, guys, come on. This is the Bruce Williams channel. I am Bruce Williams. Are you really surprised that I have flipped another watch? You should not be. You should have seen this coming a mile away, and I know some of you have. It's no surprise. I don't have keepers, and I don't pretend to have keepers. I say that I collect watch experiences, and I just felt like it was the right time. I'd collected the watch experience of buying a Grail level watch that was a significant financial purchase, and it really boosted my collection. I will say this, the overseas, and I'll drop in some pictures and some videos here. This is one of the most beautiful watches on the market, and it's one of the more underrated pieces that you can buy from the really sought after Holy Trinity sport pieces. This is more available than a Nautilus or a Royal Oak, but I would argue it's maybe the best of the lot when it comes to how great it is. The level of detail. I have never had a watch with this level of finish work. I've never owned a caliber that had a Geneva hallmark. I mean, this thing was just impressive all the way through. And I will never likely have a more beautiful blue dial than the one I just let go of, the overseas. This is one of the best blue dials on the market. With very few exception, I think if I were to buy another blue dialed watch, I would be taking a step backward when I think about it. So it's kind of crazy. I had this lovely high horology watch that I enjoyed, that I really have no complaints about. It is almost the perfect piece for me. What's the matter with me? Why did I sell it? Are you planning a big purchase, Bruce? Are you getting a precious metal Longa? Are you going with that solid gold president with Romans? You know, not president, the date, excuse me, from Rolex. No, actually, honestly, it sounds weird. It just felt like it was the right time to move on and to make some changes to the collection. And at the moment, I have nothing inbound, but I am doing my homework, and I have several watches on the short list that I want to add to the collection. And a lot of you guys know, I've not hid this interest at all. I love the Santos from Cartier. It is one of the best watches out there, in my opinion. And if you go back to my latest review of that, I make the point. I'm like, you know what? I feel like this is as special as my overseas, and I can buy one of these for under $7,000 or right around $7,000. You know, logically, why would I keep a $20,000 watch when I can get the same enjoyment from a far lesser expensive watch? So, I mean, that's on the short list right now. There are a few other ones. It's always a good idea to buy more Rolex if you can get them at retail from an authorized dealer. And I have expressed interest in a couple models with my my local authorized dealer. We'll see where that goes. I've always wanted to try a Reverso, excuse me. There are several watches I have my eye on. And so that is one thing you can count on with me. I will always want to be trying the next watch that I love. Because again, I don't collect watches. I collect watch experiences, and that's how I get enjoyment in the hobby. That's as plain as I can put it. So what did I do with mine? I thought about selling it just private party and taking advantage of the scarcity of the piece, because they're really difficult to get. They really are. So I thought about doing that, but then one night I was just, you know what? I'm going to send David SW a message, see if he wants to purchase the overseas. And he responded very quickly. I think it was within a couple hours, gave an offer price that surprised me. It was over $1,000 more than I had spent over 6 months previously. And I thought, you know what? I think that's a pretty fair price. I'm going to take it. So I said, yeah, let's do it. And then he sent me a label. It was super easy. It was actually a great experience. And then he got the watch. He paid me by wire, within less than 24 hours later. It was a really smooth experience, honestly. And so now I'm sitting on this pretty watch budget, and I'm looking at what would be a good purchase. I'm ready for a new experience. And I'm never going to be using the term Grail again. Well, actually, I probably will. Because it's very descriptive, and it emphasizes a higher, how do I say this? A higher level of interest. A cooler watch. It's on the next level. There are cool watches. There are great watches. And then a step above that, that's a Grail piece. So I might use it in a descriptive term, but I don't kid myself. I will never have a keeper. I will never pretend I have keepers or think that watches will stick around for ridiculously long amounts of time, because that's just not how I experience the hobby. So I know some of you guys saw this coming. Some of you might be surprised. Some of you might think I'm crazy. I probably am a little crazy, but at least I'm honest about it. I'm aware of it. And you know what? I'm having a good time in the hobby. So stay tuned for awesome purchases on the way. I'm going to be meticulous. And of course, I will document the experience of, hey, I'm going to add this Santos now, or I'm going to add this Reverso, or I'm going to get this IWC that has the new movement, or I'm going to go here, or I'm going to go there. I'm going to try it all. I'm going to have a lot of fun, and I'm going to share the experience with you guys. Thank you for watching today. And let me know, where are you at? Do you think that you have a Grail piece? And if you could buy it, would you really be happy long-term? Or after some time, would you go, you know what? If I could get this next watch, then I would be happy. Or if I could get this amount out of my whatever watch, I could take that money and I could do this with it. I think for most of us in the hobby that are really, into it, eat, breathe, sleep watches, I think most of us fall in the latter category. Grail watches are fairly temporary, and the exit watch is a myth. So guys, thanks for watching today. I really appreciate it. Have a great day, and I'll see you real soon.